counter-attack now by Isaac Del Toro, number 7. Been active all day, and now he goes across, up and over the top, and it's Del Toro who's now reaching out for the victory.
And he was riding at the back not long ago. That was actually Nick Schultz there who was trying to close it down, but this is a great attack.
Well, this could be the winning move. He's coming up to the final left-hand bend, and hesitation behind. So Del Toro, he'll be loving this.
And he's
They're leaving
top
it
of the
too late.
He's not even on the hook, still he's riding on the handlebars on the top.
Caleb Ewan is in amongst there as well, but is it too little too late inside the final 100 metres?
Well, as they come now, they build up the sprint behind, and Caleb Ewan is not in on this one, as it is Israel. Oh, he's done it! Right on the line.
Well, Quinn Simmons is going to try and slot into the slipstream of Tadej Pogačar. This is the steepest part of the second part of this climb.
This is dangerous for Remco Evenepoel as well, if he's caught too far back.
Well, Tadej Pogačar, with still 100 kilometres and a little bit more to go, has decided to accelerate on the climb. It's Baggioli who's coming across the Italian. Quinn Simmons, with his 1970s retro moustache forward beard, into the slipstream of Tadej Pogačar, who's opened up a lead here. This is fascinating stuff. The gap has come down by another 10 seconds. 1 minute and 29 seconds still to go. Tadej Pogačar, by the looks of things, Adam, has decided to take things into his own hands and rip this race apart. This is what, and that's into a slight headwind. He's just looked around. Baggioli cannot cope anymore with just the ridiculous ferocity of the tempo that this man has set, race after race, en route to carving himself. Tadej Pogačar all out of the saddle. This is his first initial punch. Vermaak straight into his slipstream. Pavel Sivakov of France is there behind. And look at the gaps now starting to open up. Simon Geschke just getting slightly detached here. Look at the gap.
Your eyes on this, because Sivakov is starting to struggle, and Tadej Pogačar following the motorbike. He's riding like a motorbike. A first Giro Tour double in over a quarter of a century, a monument in Liège, and this could be the moment he puts that little bit of acceleration in and rides away, yes, with 51.5 kilometers to go, alone now, perhaps to the world title. Let's see. Tadej Pogačar, the modern sports all-round wizard. He stunned us all at the start of the season, attacking with 80 kilometres to go in Italy. He's bettered even that here. Attacking from 100 kilometres from the finish. And no wonder he's emotional. No wonder he's believed. Because he had to believe. It's Pog's world in professional cycling at the moment. And these are Pog's worlds. Tadej Pogačar and the rainbow jersey, the perfect fit. 100 kilometres.
These guys hanging themselves off the front and quite prepared to moderate this. They were on policing duties earlier on, just making sure that the brake was sensible. But this is full team, and Mathieu van der Poel saying, right, have a bit of this then.
It's exactly that. I mean, we were wondering whether they were going to take full responsibility or try and coax other teams into helping them, but they've had to do the former. And it's just Sylvain Dillier, the former Swiss champion, who's on the front for Alpecin de Koning. Here we go.
Here we are.
Mads Pedersen on the attack.
Why not? Now, to me, this offers up a lot of respect to those who are further up the road. And you can see where he's Superman. Look at the big split here, Dan. That is huge. And who's been caught out of note within that group of, what, 20 following on from this?
So here's the sprint then, so a little trek taking it up on the right-hand side. The bright yellow Visma Lisa bike, very, very quick to react behind. Ideally, you want to go into this climb at worst in 15th or so position.
How about 5th or 6th? Mathieu van der Poel.
Pedersen and Jorgensen once again are taking it up very, very early in this race. I said that Pedersen could not possibly be at 100% after crashing at such high speed just a few days ago. He doesn't look too far from 100%, does he?
Well, the mummy kept coming back, didn't it? And he's swathed in bandages, and he's absolutely going for it. And the daddy, Mathieu van der Poel, is on the back of this trio. That is fabulous. Oh, check it out, Dan.
Well, he's been caught on the back foot here, has Van der Poel. That's quite a large group going up the road, so he's just putting in this dig to make sure he gets across to him. But it just goes to show how quickly this race can change. Here we go then.
Here we go.
Had to be. Well, like the blue touch paper, try and put a fire out, and if you want help, then you may as well help yourself. Nobody capable of going with him. Has he got the legs to deliver it? That's
yes.
the point. And the answer, in very short order, is precisely that. Dan, that was magnificent.
If he's feeling the effects of that crash and thinks he maybe doesn't have the punch to go with Van der Poel when he does go, that he might be better at sort of going when they least expect it, trying to build himself a buffer. Or it's just a desperation move. We just don't know what's running through the head of Mads Pedersen.
He's not going to give up Mads Pedersen, but he's been out there an awful long time already.
Wow, that is phenomenal. And just look at this. If nothing else, just the idea of it. Just to be able to bridge over after all the work he's done. He's put several fires out. He's been on various lifeboats, I think, today. Mathieu van der Poel says, I'm going to go for this. So difficult at 22% to get going again. Look at that, even if the chain's back on, it's an absolute nightmare. And so it is that Mathieu van der Poel pushes on. Poor old Ivan Garcia has found himself in no man's land, essentially. And that is Jorgensen that's trying to stay with him. This is getting very selective. Jorgensen's back wheels spinning up as well here on the mud and guts, I think you might say. What a horrible scenario. And plenty of others having to dismount as well. That's Matej Mohoric just takes his, swings his leg off. If anybody is in front of you that gets into trouble, you are going to be as well, Robbie. Lose drive, you just got to pick it up and run.
Mathieu van der Poel, he got it sideways as he was putting the power down. Jorgensen was tracking quite well, but had given up about 10 to 12 bike lengths, and the gap has grown again. Mathieu van der Poel over the top. We said that maybe the attack on the Eau de Quarmont was just a tester. See where everybody is. Let them come back right over the Paterberg and wait to the Koppenberg to strike the big blow. 44 kilometres to go. He's now in range and be liking his chances to take it all the way home from here. Even if Jorgensen gets to him, be pretty happy with that situation.
He did it absolutely brilliantly, emphatically. And that's what we're seeing right now. This is a world champion at the absolute top of his game. It may have been a short approach for him to get to this race. This man, he can join a pantheon of greats who've won this race 3 times, Robbie, and it's in his gift at the moment. He's got both hands on the tiller. Amazing. And this man is doing precisely the same on the Timeberg, absolutely powering his way through. moderating the drive that he's putting through that back wheel. No skittling or skipping from him. Everybody else is, he kind of humbles them.
Just railing every little corner, Mathieu van der Poel, up onto that bit of bike path, swing back onto the road, and putting all his cyclocross skills to work, and he's still just giving it everything through these corners.
Wow.
That's another 10 seconds right there.
Unbelievable.
Well, we're about to go on to the Eau de Quaremont for the final time for Mathieu van der Poel. After the Quaremont, the familiar Paterberg, and that is the last climb of the day. So 2 climbs to go.
2 climbs to go, and this man is almost an alpiniste on a day like this. He's got his world in his hand. Mathieu van der Poel cannot be stopped, and today was just not going to be such a scenario. He's owned the day, and now he crosses the line, earning our appreciation and our hearts. What a rider, and what a ride. That was absolutely magnificent. This brought me home. He says, no, Mathieu, you brought us home to this position. Absolutely magnificent. Chapeau, sir. Here is the Hungarian champion on the front from Visma Lease bike. The yellow bikes give away their trade colours, and that is the blue jersey, of course, of our race leader, which is Jonas Vingegaard.
Jonas Vingegaard with a little acceleration here towards the front. Doesn't want to be outdone and be pushed back for the descent. So the last 4 kilometres of the climb will be a little bit faster, just less gradients. This is really splitting now. Pidcock is still here, and Ayuso has joined the back of this group. So he's got himself back in contention. Just dangling there on the wheel of Jonas Vingegaard is his teammate, Kjan Uijtenbroek.
There we go, it had to be. Jai Hindley picks it up, and it's Jonas Vingegaard who's the only man who can go with him. Vingegaard has pressed go, and Ayuso wants to be part of this. O'Connor cannot respond for Decathlon AG2R. He's leading that next group, as you can see. Kruiswijk on his back wheel, and Thomas Pidcock's looking behind, wanting a bit of an assist, and he's going to get one. Arensman has just started to pace him. Is it Pidcock's doing it himself? Vingegaard has a look behind. Now, this is the front of the race. Now it's time to go. Hammer down time, and Vingegaard says see ya. And the man who can stay with him is Ayuso. Jai Hindley re-accelerates, almost caught blindsided momentarily. He's so good at this, Vingegaard. He picks his moments, and it's a heartbreak one he can kick on and do it. And Ayuso can't follow, Hindley can't follow, and the elastic is just about to snap if it hasn't already. Ayuso looking at Hindley, asking for a turn. He can't offer it, and Vingegaard has gone. 6 kilometres. He's gone up towards the peak, and he is not going to stop. He wants this to be emphatic, just as it was yesterday, just as it will be in the future, and just as it is right now. What a guy. This is magnificent. Well, he has to go to the press conference anyway, as Robbie was saying, as the race leader. You may as well do it as stage winner as well. When you have the form, Use your legs, for goodness sake. And he is, magnificently so. He owns this place and this race.
Be the winner of this race at a kilometre to go. Jonas Vingegaard holding 37 seconds over the chase.
This man is clear the winner. He's going to come to the line as owner of the Tirreno Adriatico with a day still to be had. This is an acknowledgement, as always, to those back home. His daughter, his wife, he thanks them with his actions, and his actions have been heartbreak for just about everybody behind him.